What up, Woodies? Welcome back to another episode of Vaporwood. Kennard here, and today we are doing a hardware review. We are taking a look at the Noros RDA.
What up, YouTube? Welcome to Vaporwood.
Alright, folks, welcome back to another episode of Vaporwood. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's a pleasure to be with you. Talking about the Noros RDA by Metro Vapor Shop and 252. And I'm going to say right off the bat, guys, this is a cloud chucking atomizer. If you're into those big clouds and huge airflow, this RDA is for you. And before we go up close and talk a little bit about the juice I'm going to be dripping today, this is Heartbreaker. And this was also sent along by Metro Vapor Shop to check out. This is like a strawberry and cream. Every time I search for it, though, on the internet, I can't find much information about it. So I'm just saying strawberries and cream because that's what I get off of it when I taste it. But it is a very, very delicious e-liquid. Not sure where you can find it, though. Heartbreaker, sent along by Metro Vapor Shop. Anyway, yeah, guys, it's really good strawberries and cream type flavor. There's some other fruits in there that I can get off the smell. Maybe some watermelon or something like that in there. But it's really good, and that's what I will be dripping today in this video. Now, back to the Noros RDA. The Noros RDA comes in two different versions. We have a 28.5 millimeter version, which I have on the RX200. Looks really nice. There's also a 22 millimeter version that we will be taking a look at in the up close. So let's get right to it, guys. Let's go down. Let's get up close. Let's get up in them guts of the Noros RDA. Alright, guys, here we are up close with the Noros RDA by Metro Vapor Shop and 252. Like I mentioned before, there is a 22 millimeter version and a 28.5 millimeter version. Go ahead and take a look at the 22 millimeter version first. Here's the box. Got a picture of the RDA on there. It says Noros. Got the website, norosrda.com. And then by Metro and 252. On the back of the box, you have some specs about the RDA. Let's just run down these real quick. It is 304 grade stainless steel. It's 22 millimeter in diameter. Solid negative and positive square posts with 3 millimeter post holes. Has a 5 millimeter deep juice well and airflow control holes from 1 millimeter, 1.2 millimeter, 1.4 millimeter to 1.6 millimeter. Has a copper center pin, peak insulation. The package includes Delrin wide bore drip tip, 3-piece O-rings, 1-piece 510 adapter, 4-piece screws, 2-piece coil, and 1-piece screwdriver, and 1-piece copper positive post. Keep out of reach of children, not for sale to minors. And it slides out just like so. And there's your RDA. Go ahead and underneath the foam you'll have all your goodies. You have your wide bore Delrin drip tip. You also have a Delrin 510 drip tip adapter, so you can use your own 510 drip tip if you'd like to. Now here's your bag of goodies. You have your blue screwdriver in there. You have an extra copper 510 pin. You have a copper positive post, an extra copper positive post. You got some extra grub screws in there. And you have a set of pre-made Claptons. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out because these look really nice, actually. Check that out, guys. There's actually some pretty nice pre-wrapped Claptons. Pretty big inner diameter, too. That looks to be like a 3 millimeter inner diameter. So yeah, when we're done taking a look at the RDA, we'll just go ahead and throw these in there and check it out. Alright, guys, here it is, the star of the show, the Noros RDA by Metro Vapor and 252. This is the 22 millimeter version. And as always, guys, let's take a look at it from the bottom up. There you can see it says the Noros by Metro and 252. Got your serial number there. Mine is 190. Got your copper 510 pin with your peak insulator there. Here's your main barrel. It says Noros on the side. You can see the staggered airflow. And here's the adjustable airflow. You can turn and close off all the holes at once, or if you keep turning, it will do that staggered effect to where it just opens up the bottom two. You continue to turn and it will start to open up the top too. So lots of airflow configurations, guys, and this thing has a ton of airflow, guys. While we're up close, we'll show you that little Little logo there. It's pretty sweet. A couple of swords and there's a ohm symbol and some letters and things. Yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. And here is your wide bore stainless steel drip tip that it comes stock with. This is a two-piece top cap design. This will come out with your airflow control fins on there. And there you can see the stepped design. It is a dual coil airflow system. No single coil option, guys. Only dual coil airflow. Alright guys, and here is the deck of the Noros RDA. You can see it is a two-post velocity style deck. It has 4 huge 3mm post holes, so those are all 3mm, guys. You'll be able to fit all kinds of builds in there. One thing that was kind of neat that you will notice, these are Phillips head grub screws in here. And then there you are, you can see you got a huge 5mm deep juice well. You can see your peak insulator down there around your positive post on this side. This one is your negative. You can take this post out, and it comes with a copper post that you could put in there if you'd like to for better conductivity. But it does come with a copper post if you'd like to use that. And you see double O-rings, holds the top cap on. The O-rings on this one seem to be pretty nice so far, but they have not been juiced up yet, so we'll judge that later. And as you can see, guys, it does have a protruding 510 pin. I would say you can go ahead and use that on a hybrid mod, no problem. Alright guys, real quick, here is the 28.5mm Noros. This is the box it comes in. It has all the specs about the RDA on the back of the box. Flip it open like so. When you get your Noros, this stainless steel drip tip will be on there right out of the box, but I've already been using this one, so I took it out. I like the Delrin drip tip better. It comes with all the same stuff, the extra copper post, the 510 drip tip adapter, the set of Claptons, all the same extras. Comes with all the same stuff. It's the same thing, it's just 28.5mm, guys. And as you can see, I got this one in stainless. Has that same logo on there, same airflow. Says Noros right there. So it's all the same stuff, guys. Alright guys, here is the deck. I do have to correct myself. I've been saying 30mm. This is a 28.5mm RDA. So like I said, everything's the same. This is just 28.5mm. But deck space is huge. Have the same deep juice well. I got this crazy build on here by a good buddy of mine. He does all kinds of sweet builds. He's a coil pro, that's for sure. These are some fused Claptons paralleled with some other wire nichromes and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's pretty sweet, but you guys should definitely check him out. He's at Born2Diet on Instagram. He's got some pretty sweet builds and some cool things going on. But yeah, definitely check him out. His name will be on the screen here somewhere, as well as in the description down below, at Born2Diet. Definitely check him out. He does some sweet builds. And just for size comparison, guys, here are the two decks side by side. Just for a little size comparison, you got the 22mm version here and the 28.5mm version here. Alright guys, we're going to throw these coils in this thing real quick. Just one thing I wanted to show you real quick though. Something a friend of mine showed me for centering your coils. You put 2 little bends in each lead, and that will help you center the coils without pulling any of your wraps apart. It's kind of nice little trick that I learned once again by @Born2Diet on Instagram. So shout out to @Born2Diet. Not sure who showed him, but he showed me, so that's where the credit's going to. Loosen up my screws. Make sure I have full clearance to get the wire through these holes. And then we will insert like so. Don't forget to always trim one of your leads shorter than the other. Makes it just a little bit easier getting them into the post holes. One in the bottom on one side, one in the top on the other side, guys. It's just the easiest way to go about it. You want to get these in here nice and close, guys. I go ahead and push them right up to the posts and then tighten down my screws. Just get everything snug. Alright, get everything nice and snug, and then you can get your screwdriver back in here and do a little adjusting. I like to pull it up and pull it back towards the edge of the deck. And then go through and tighten my screws again. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Put the screwdriver back in it. Get it level. Pull it up, pull it back. And try to get it as centered as you can. And we will take our snips and clip our leads as flush with the posts as possible. Now we will install the other coil. Tug on them. Use some pliers if you need to get them close. Like I said, I like to put them right flat up against the post before I tighten down, because you're going to pull back on it and stretch it out a little bit anyways. So I go ahead and pull them tight right up to the post. And then I come in and tighten my screws. Come back in with a screwdriver, do some adjusting, get it nice and level, lift it up, pull it back. So then from the other side, do a little pushing, trying to get it centered. And then come back with my little blue screwdriver, tighten my screws again. Make sure all the screws are nice and tight. Now we're going to snip our leads, once again, as close to the post as possible. It's a little difficult to do on camera. Sorry, guys. Then we come back with our screwdriver. Just in case I didn't mention it, guys, these coils are like closer to 4 millimeter, 3.5 or 4 millimeters. So I'm doing this with a 3 millimeter screwdriver because this is what I have. Do some adjusting. You want to make, the goal here is you're trying to make each coil, both coils, to be as identical as possible. You want them level, you want them centered. Alright, that's pretty close, guys. I'm going to do one final check on the screws. Make sure nothing backed out on me. Alright, let's check our resistance. And this is the 521 tab by Geek Vape. Pretty nice. Check it out. Looking at a 0.31 before we start firing and strumming our coils. Alright guys, I got my ceramic tip tweezers here, and this is what I like to use because you can pinch and strum your coils while you are firing without worrying about shorting out the device. If you do not have ceramic tip tweezers, it's okay. You can use some needle nose pliers. Just if you're doing this on a regulated device or on a mech mount or whatever, do not pinch your coils and fire your device if you are using something like this. Definitely ceramic tweezers are the way to go. They're fairly inexpensive. You can pick them up pretty much anywhere. Alright guys, we're going to start to dry fire and pinch these coils. Takes a little bit of time on this Geek Vape tab, but it does the job. And they're already firing pretty evenly, so there's not going to be too much work to be done on these. Just going to give them a couple pinches, get them close together, nice and close like I like them. Well, they seem to be glowing evenly with no hot spots, so let's go ahead and throw some cotton in this thing. Try it out, guys. Alright guys, and you know, as always, I have my Texas Tuff sub-ohm cotton by Leo D Designs. Check this stuff out on their eBay store. If you Google search Texas Tuff Vape Cotton, it will come up. There will be a link down in the description down below where you can go get some of this Texas Tuff, but definitely check it out. It's a really awesome cotton, guys. Alright guys, I've rolled myself up two good sized pieces of Texas Tuff cotton. And the reason I have so much here, one is for demonstration purposes, and two is for, I'm going to be putting quite a bit of cotton into this RDA, guys, and I'll show you why here in a bit. I'm just going to go ahead and pinch and twist my ends like I always do. And if you haven't seen how I use the Texas Tuff cotton, definitely go back and check out the first build tutorial video. I show all about the Texas Tuff cotton, how to roll it out, all that good stuff. And now we feed the cotton in, pull on it, feed, pull, you know, guys know how it goes. Get it in there. maybe take a little bit of this off. There was just a bit much. Get it in there. It's fitting in there nice. It's snug, but it's still moving, able to move freely. It's not going to destroy the coil if I decide to rip that out of there. We'll go ahead and do the same on the other side. Pinch and twist my end that I want to feed. Get a nice little tip on it to feed through the coil. Something like that. Feed it through. Pull it on through. Ooh, this one was perfect. And there we are, guys. We're going ahead and trim our ends. I'm not going to trim very much off, and I'm going to show you why. Maybe about like that. And maybe about like this. Now guys, this RDA has a super deep juice well. It's 5mm deep juice well. So you can stuff the bottom of that juice well with cotton. Now, the reason I have so much cotton, guys, this is a little trick that, once again, the @BornToDiet on Instagram, he showed me. It's a little trick that he does for these hotter, high wattage builds. You know your coil gets hot from the inside out. And you always, with these high wattage builds, I seem to always find that when I cut my wicks just to hang in the drip well, you know, just touching the bottom of the deck, I always end up getting dry hits, or the middle of the coil ends up lighting up red and burning up that cotton, and when you go to change the cotton, it's basically in two pieces all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck the tails of these in here, but when we do it, like I said, I left so much, we're going to tuck one side in, and I know it's hard for you guys to see, but I'll spin this around and show you in just a second. There's nothing really special to it. You just tuck your tail in, and then when you go to tuck the other tail, stack it on top of the tail that you already have in there. And what you want is something like this. You want cotton touching all parts of the bottom of that coil so that it will wick juice to the bottom of the coil, and you're not going to get those burnt and dry hits. This has helped my burnt and dry hit problem tremendously. So once again, big shout out to @BornToDiet for showing me that little trick. And I'll do the same on the other side. I'll try to do this so you guys can see it, but bear with me. Like I said, you just want to make sure you got cotton touching the bottom of that coil. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it right there. Let's get her juiced up, shall we? So once again, guys, I will be using this Heartbreaker e-liquid. Was sent along with the RDA by Metro Vapor Shop. Some pretty good strawberries and cream, guys. Definitely check out this Heartbreaker e-liquid. #Heartbreaker. See that juice just soak into there? That's why I love Clapton's, guys. I love watching that juice just soak in. You're gonna have to do this a few times with this Texas Tough Cotton. I've mentioned it before, but this really helps with that break-in time. And it helps get juice flowing through that cotton. I think I might need to charge the battery on this Geek Vape tab, because it should fire a little faster. It doesn't fire up super quick with big coils, but it does do the job. Alright guys, we got it all built, we got it wicked, we got her juiced up and primed and ready to go. So let's back on out. We'll talk about both of these RDAs a little bit. We'll get the pros and cons, the final thoughts, and we'll get on out of here. Alright guys, we are back. That was the up close, the ins and outs, the guts of the Noros RDA. The 28.5mm and the 22mm. Have both of them here. 28.5 in stainless and the 22mm gunmetal black or pewter black sitting on the iStick 100-watt TC, and the 28.5mm sitting on the RX200 like I mentioned before. I have to say right off the bat, guys, both of these are some cloud chucking machines. So let's get right to the pros and cons. Pro number one for both of these RDAs is the fit and finish. I like the way that both of them look. Very simple, very streamlined designs. They look sleek. Definitely has an awesome fit and finish. Pro number two. Second pro, guys, is all the extras. Comes with that extra copper positive post if you want to use that. Comes with your 510 drip tip adapter. Comes with a wide bore Delrin drip tip. Comes with a wide bore stainless steel drip tip. So all those options equal another pro in my book. Pro number three, I showed it in the up close. I love that stepped airflow configuration. You've got plenty of airflow options, and the airflow is just ginormous, guys. There's airflow for days in both of these. Now, with the 28.5mm, I have to close down the airflow quite a bit. I close down the airflow to about there, and that's where I vape it. With that big staged heating coil that I showed you, I still close the airflow down quite a bit. I can't even barely hit it with it all the way open. I'll show you real quick all the way open. It is really whooshy. It's just air for days. I've got it at 200 watts, guys. Here you go. Super airy, guys. Super, super airy. Like I said, I like to close it down to a little over halfway, and that's a great vape for me. Still chucking clouds. Now on the 22mm version, I can run that wide open, guys. It's a great vape, nice and airy, but not too airy. Like I said, I got this on the iStick 100 watt TC. I find that 100 watts is a comfortable vape for me, even though I do have the update that takes this up to 120. On these Claptons that it came with, which are about a 4mm diameter, so they're really close to the barrel, this RDA gets really, really hot at 120 watts. So 100 watts is pretty comfortable for me. You guys go check it out. Still chucking clouds, guys. 22mm, 28.5mm, either way you go, you're going to have some awesome cloud production. Now on to the cons. Con number one. First con for me, guys, is on the 28.5mm. The O-rings are weak. Just weak sauce, guys. On any mod that I have this on, if I attempted to just hang on to it by the top cap there, it would fall off with a little bit of jiggling. Not very much jiggling to do it, though. The O-rings are just weak sauce, guys. Now, so far on the 22mm, the O-rings are pretty nice. They're pretty strong, but I haven't had that much juice on it. So as of right now, they're pretty nice. They're all right. They're okay. They could be better, but they are okay. Con number two. Second con for me is on the 22mm version. I wish that they would have taken a cue from the Alliance or the MX234 and made this airflow removable. Because, like I said, most of us are going to run this wide open anyway. It would be nice to have that airflow fin removable, so that way you could just pop this top and drip through the top without getting the airflow in your way. But it's just a small personal con, guys. The reason it's not a con on the 28.5mm, because I don't think many people are going to run this wide open. So it is nice to have those fins there all the time so you can shut it down if you need to. And that's it for the pros and cons, guys. Let's get them cheesy graphics out. It's time for them final thoughts. Final thoughts on the Noros RDA by Metro Vapor and 252. It gets the 2 thumbs up, guys. Weak O-rings aside, that is a minor annoyance. Maybe the next run will come with some fatter O-rings, but it definitely gets the 2 thumbs up. It's got great flavor. It's got airflow for days. It looks nice. No matter what finish, what size you get, it looks nice. And it performs well, guys. It performs very well. So yeah, definitely check down below in the description box. There will be a link to where you can go check out this RDA and pick one up for yourself. The website on the box and that I'll have on the screen here is norosrda.com. When you go there, it'll give you the option for wholesale. So if you're a business owner, you want to wholesale these and get these in your shop, it'll give you the option for wholesale, and it will give you a retail button as well that you can click on and go pick one up at retail cost. And don't forget, also in the description box, there will be links for the Texas Tough Cotton and for the Geek Vape 521 tab. If you want to pick up any of those things, all those links are in the description down below. And if you like what you saw today, be sure to share this video, give it a thumbs up or a like down below. You know, feel free to comment, all that good stuff. I love hearing from you guys. If you're a laptop computer or a desktop computer user, there will be a little button over in this side of the screen that says Vaporwood. Click that, you get subscribed up, you stay up to date with the videos and the giveaways as I post them. If you are a mobile user, just scroll down a little bit underneath the video. There's a subscribe button, you click that, and the same applies to you. And as always, guys, keep chasing those clouds, my friends. Live long and vapor.